Hey guys! Welcome back to Dream Daddy. I've made my decision. I'm gonna get ripped with my bro Craig. Hey my man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing, meet me at the gym. All caps, that's what it's called. It's literally called the gym. I stretch and my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically.
Oh.
Hey, bro. Good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm definitely not as pumped up as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? Sort of. With your help, I am. Help. This is it. This is how I die. I'm sorry. That black aura. Oh, right. I can't. I gotta romance you. It's a dating sim. I gotta do what you'd like, even if it may not be me exactly. It'll be alright, dude. We'll ease you into it.
Nice.
We head into the gym, and I'm immediately intimidated. All these people look like they could break me in half. And it seems like Craig is friends with all of them? He high-fives and finger guns all of the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Okay, no joke, protein shakes aren't that bad, but they are so expensive, so that is a valid fear, Richard. Also, does that mean that you were a nerd? Like, compared to these jocks, you're a nerd? You're a gaming nerd, and you work at the planetarium, so it sort of makes sense. Come on, bud, let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So, I know we're on treadmills. Yes. And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs.
Nice.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself? That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? Praying to some sort of pain god. Crush people's skulls with his thighs, man! That's my goal. He's trying to make his thighs so strong that he could crush people's skulls with them.
Hey.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I work out. Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing? Couple years. And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing? Oh, I coach my twins' softball team. That still counts as both dadding and buffing. I keep busy. What do you do for fun? I sit on my couch in a game. I check out my hot bod. I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. I love learning. I mean, I do. Richard does too. I mean, for Pete's sake, he works at a planetarium. I try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all that intellectual content. You know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens, mostly those things. So basically you just watch like the History and the Discovery Channel and just documentaries on television. So you watch the History Channel too, huh? See, we're on the same wavelengths. You're picking up what I'm putting down? Yes.
Nice.
We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying. I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. Ugh. Oh my god, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. No, Richard, please don't hurt yourself like this. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast.
Oh.
And we're at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better? You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick keg stand and get everyone cheering. And then I try to steal a fish from a fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
Hey.
And then you drop the fish, and it's flopping around, and you panic. So you run up to me, post-keg stand with a dying, dirty fish in your hands that you scooped off the ground, and you're yelling at me that we have to leave.
Hey.
So we're running out of a frat party with a fish and trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we get him home and get him into a bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. And the next day he's alive and well.
Hey.
They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U. And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts. Ooh.
Hey.
Dude, bro, are you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. Doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh, man.
You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here.
Nice.
You sure? Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well, here. I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of a thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste. It's a protein shake, bro. But why is it green? You couldn't have given me like a chocolate protein shake or vanilla? Something that isn't even remotely green? I mean, I know that green things taste okay, but it's the mental barrier. Like, for real, honestly, in high school, for Dr. Seuss Day, we would always have green eggs and ham for breakfast. For the love of me, I cannot eat green eggs. I know it's just food dye, but it just looks so awful. I cannot overcome that mental barrier. It's just, Awkwardly green things are totally off limits. Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
Bro.
And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Hey.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? We gotta meet that, teacher, right? Shoot, it's 3:55! I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. As long as I'm not too sore, I arrive at Amanda's school and check in the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I feel pretty haggard after not brushing my teeth or showering, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and am relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Well, I mean, you're not a daddy, but I'd low-key date you. Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. who? Mr. Vega. I don't know. Have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy, are you gonna help me or not? Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss him. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker. Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega. You were literally standing right next to his classroom, you punk.
Oh.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must be Richard. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Not at all. Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this. Hey, it's all for the comedy. You gotta own the joke, man. Alright, where were we? Now who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Stallinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin? Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise. Wow, Colin, that is so rude. The whole class erupts in laughter. All right, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell for the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door. Hey, guys. The bell doesn't excuse you. The teacher excuses you. Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Poor guy. Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both. You know, budget cuts. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please, call me Hugo. Don't mind if I do. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. Has she been misbehaving? What's going on? Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? We just moved and you're a new teacher, so... Or are you an old teacher? I'm not sure. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was, so that couldn't have been it. I don't know why I brought that up. See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal, and would appreciate your guidance if she keeps heading down this road.
I don't know.
I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Hey!
Anytime. On my way out, I stop, thinking for a moment. I turn to Hugo. Hey, Hugo? Yes? Why was the Catcher in the Rye's narrator unreliable? They ever catch that Rye? Richard! You know that's not what it's about! Yes. Oh, I guess he's into the bad joke. Alright. Yes, they did catch that Rye. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with the classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. Let's go to the mall food court. I want to eat out. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Geez, can a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me.
Oh.
We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay. But also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you hadn't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in.
Oh.
Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class.
Huh.
It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight, and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Who are you texting? Just... I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything.
Ugh.
Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Maybe you shouldn't bring up, college right now. That might be a sore subject. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. Oh no! Do you have a crush on someone? What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. Okay. Is it one of these memes you kids are talking about these days? Who you texting?
Oh.
Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah?
What?
What? No! Dad! Ugh. I can't believe you would.
Oh.
Dad! I mean, jeez! Why would you... Ugh. Baby girl, you're not giving me a straight answer here. Gross! Sorry, just asking. Dad! He's just my friend! Oh, okay. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay, he's your friend. Jeez! This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. I hope you're not friends with any of them loiterers, Amanda. That's a bad influence, Amanda. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Something greasy and salty. Hell yeah. Language, Missy. Heck yeah? Hecky. Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? Mmm. Delicious. I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and a naturally orange cheese from a very enthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in.
Hey.
These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious? We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Which meme? All memes.
Ugh.
Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands.
Dad.
Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it and isn't funny. Oh shit, what up?
Oh.
Dad, please. Please, Dad, that's embarrassing. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? You're into, shopping, right? I still have to buy you a thing. Maybe you want like a new necklace or something? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s? Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one! Ugh, Amanda runs... Oh, hardcore. Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back.
Hey.
There it is! You can still see the outline, kind of. Oh god, Amanda. I'm so... proud? Speech! Amanda. Speech! 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 Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. We're in the middle of the store, please, that's embarrassing. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Myers had too much blue raspberry slushie on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond, it's called Dead Goth and Beyond. Oh, I love it. Why don't we have a store like that? To buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head.
Yes.
Oh hey, chain wallets! While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for Dad to look at in a Dead Goth and Beyond. Oh, jeez. Okay, he really likes t-shirts, but he also likes ironic stuff, but he's a sucker for deals. You gotta look at the ironic mugs, man. Drink that coffee. I'm suddenly stricken by existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? I have work to do. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I've outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. By post. Who uses post anymore, man? Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes.
Oh.
Hey, Dadtron 5000! Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. What's it say? What's it have on the front? At least it's only one this time. Instead of like all that My Chemical Romance merch, Amanda. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So, what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard, I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, cool! Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but they're also hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts done got control of the truck. I can't steer on them there damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. I almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, you're gonna die. That's because we're about to die, you... This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. Relatable. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Sleeping. Such a heavy sleeper. I hope nobody wakes me up to go working out again. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? That's today? If there's food, I'm excited. Excited to beef up my grilling skills. I'm all over those terrible store-bought sugar cookies that everyone brings to parties. Yeah, those are bad. Which means there are more for me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. You know, like usual. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. This is the social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late.
Hey.
What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to cookout on time? You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. Wow, a nice backyard. Can you imagine this at night, just looking up at the stars? Oof. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. I guess all the neighborhood dads don't know how to cook if it's not on a grill. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome! I'm so glad you 2 are here. And you brought veggies! Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come on over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. Are you okay, buddy? You look a bit... not happy. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins.
Hey.
They stare creepily. They stare creepily and say nothing. Are you guys okay? You guys look so stoned, honestly. I can see why you're twins, though. I like your dress. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Are you serious? your name is Joseph. And you're married to a woman named Mary. And you're a church youth pastor. I'm sensing a very heavy religious theme here. Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Are you okay? You look like you'd be like Damien's wife or something. I feel like you should be more upbeat. Where's your pink? Where's your blue? Where's your khaki pants?
Hey.
Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. I like your fashion sense, though. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to...
Oh.
Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Richard, and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. It's the thought that counts. Thank you. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor. But please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Well, I'm excited to meet all the guys.
Yeah.
This is Robert. He lives just across the way. A haggard man nursing a glass of whiskey eyes me up and down. No, don't stare at me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stare at you at the cafe. I'm sorry. Hey. Hey, I'm Richard. It's nice to meet you. He takes a long swig of his drink. Drinking game, take a shot every time, Richard does. Charmed. Oh, wait, no. You're Robert. I'm Richard. It's the R's, man.
Yeah.
Richard and his daughter just moved in next door. Cool. If you ever need recommendations on where to get a drink in this town, Rob's your man. I told you not to call me Rob.
Norman.
Right, got it. Robert ambles away without saying goodbye. Okay, it was nice meeting you.
Oh.
He's not really a people person. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends.
Ugh.
Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? I'm going to party with my video game consoles. But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. Ugh, they're going to talk about the weather.
Dad.
Go do it. Make a friend. How could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting.
Yeah.
This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? What a cool guy. And mysterious. Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. Hey, bro. But wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Let's talk to... Who do I want to talk to? You guys. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I totally not awkwardly walk over to them. So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly.
Oh.
It's definitely an interesting choice.
How delightful.
Thank you. I recognize that voice. Moving on. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode.
Oh.
Richard, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red! Ah! That's so endearing. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Aye.
Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back, I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore learnings. Bats are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Just like the old days, like, I wish I knew my neighbors. But then depending on the type of people they are, I don't know if I really want to. Just angry, loud people. No thanks.
Eh?
Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey. Won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough of the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. She's the wine mom, apparently. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? Wow, I can't believe you, Mary. Wow. I mean, like, it's okay to show your kids The Shining because it is a classic, but do not overwrite VeggieTales. That is just downright disrespectful. She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish?
Give it a rest, buddy.
Wasn't he? Give him a rest, buddy. Jeez, you do not sound happy, ma'am. Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Yeah, but you gotta watch him. You gotta be a good parent. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fifth. I have squeezed 4 little. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great.
Oh my god.
I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Oh, your kid! He's your kid! Lucian, have I introduced you to Richard yet? No, but sure like to know who this troublemaker is. Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. I mean, that's close enough. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Like, real talk, Damien, I totally thought that you were a bloodlapper, so... Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. That's right, he was in the Navy! I don't know where I read that, but I read that somewhere. Whoa, is that a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine?
What?
What? Same. Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. Knowing you, or like how angry your dad is apparently. I'm assuming that that's just like temporary like pen that you probably did during school. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Oh, you actually gave yourself a tattoo. Lucian!
Oh no.
We'll talk about this later.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick.
Hmm.
Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. And that's coming from a youth pastor, so you know what it's all about. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Navy, but I already said that. I want to talk to Robert and Brian. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-upped by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no. Richard, you're awful at staring. You need to be covert. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys. Richard! How the heck are ya? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Now you're bragging about your TV. Mine's just like a normal 30-inch or something. I don't know. Oh boy. Richard, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. Kind of. Sort of. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. She gets that from her dad. Brian raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? I think you might have, buddy. Robert stares at me blankly for a second. Anyway. I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time. We don't talk about the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have kids. Buddy. You're so awkward in situations. That totally happens, though. Like, you are so awkward, Richard. I'm sorry. Wait, what happened the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me, we were out in backcountry. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You could see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you, there were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. I won't lie to you, Robert, that sounds totally fake. I guess that's camping for you. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river and he lost a flip-flop. Missed that kid. Brian and I laugh nervously. Good story. Or am I kidding? Brian and I tense up again. I'm kidding! Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy's holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck! Oh no, the ghost locked the doors!
Alright.
Quick, hit the emergency escape button! But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons! Ugh, then hit the brake, I guess. And then we'll get out of the truck.
Ah.
The imaginary truck. Anyways, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert. Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah! Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. Emphasis on the reality part. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. Alright, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein, gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do.
Ah.
Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. I'm so proud. Let's go find kindling for a fire.
Yes.
Okay, but not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend?
Yeah.
Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice to know that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. I thought you were trying to not one-up me, buddy. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under the tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love 'em. You're required to by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little playdate for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing about all of Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Last ones. Whoa, all those voices, like, oh, my ears. Do it again. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period, and compare it to the postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. I want to do both. Listen. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. Well, that's pretty subjective. How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. Richard, I should have known. I should have known. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh.
That's Magritte. Right. Art, sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you like Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome.
Oh.
Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please.
Oh.
Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Richard, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. A bit eccentric, but friendly nonetheless.
Oh.
Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Hey.
What is it, sweetheart? Oh, she's so cute! I love her. It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey.
Hey, Richard, this is my daughter. You look so great in that flower crown, Matt. You look wonderful. Such a doll. Hello. I'm Carmencita? I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Can I just call you Carmen? Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually. Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend and, your teacher?
Ah.
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yep. Oh. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Ah.
Hey, you can't call him Dad. Only I'm your dad. So far, at least. Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger gun move from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Whoa.
Ernest Hemingway. God, you're such a nerd. I love you. Ernest Hemingway Vega. Are you smoking?
Oh.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. No. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Hey.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too. You troublemaker. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Richard, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. I mean, you're not wrong, but ouch. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs. I am so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber.
Hey.
See, that right there, you can't say that.
Oh.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know.
Hey.
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest.
Oh.
Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Ah.
Don't let us eat up your time, Richard. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood.
Oh.
And without further ado, let's work some magic. Oh, are we talking about the hamburgers? I'm gonna have to dish myself up a hot one for the next episode. So, this has been Dream Daddy. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.